My gird. Welcome. Hello, Arconiacs. It's your favorite person who doesn't know how to edit, Christy. I am making this video because Michelle Corley asked me about doing a video about loose ends from season 1 and 2 of Only Murders in the Building. I love your comments, and I had a lot of them. I didn't think I had as many as I actually ended up writing down until I started thinking about it. There are so many loose ends for me that I'm hoping not to go over and make a long video because it's just, I don't want to put you guys through too much of this, but the loose ends are interesting. And what I'm hoping is if I list the loose ends that I've thought of, you guys can answer back and tell me either the show sort of answered it, what your theory about the loose ends are, or if you think it's just not important and it's not a loose end and it's just like something silly that the writing just didn't fully explain. And if that's so, that's fine. But I just wanted to discuss it. The main reason I started making these videos is because I wanted to discuss the show with someone. And boy, you guys are willing to discuss with me. And I thank you so much. So, new background, who dis? I'm actually in the same room that I always film in, but I decided to flip the perspective. So I don't know if that matters to anyone. Okay, so let's just get down to business. Season 1 loose ends, I only have 5. Season 2, however, I have at least 18. Some of them kind of go together, so maybe not quite 18, but let's start with season 1. Who poisoned Winnie and why? Okay, so just quickly, I'm going to try to just like talk about like my thoughts about each one and go from there. So my husband, if you saw the previous video where I asked about this, he said, well, Jan obviously poisoned Winnie because she's a poisoner. But what would be the motive? Okay, she would have to break into Oliver's apartment. She would have to, make sure he's not home, get in there and poison Winnie. But then why? Because even if Winnie had seen her do something, the dog can't talk, the dog can't tell you anything. And her motive was more to poison boyfriends. So I don't know the reason Winnie was poisoned or why it would be Jan. Let me know your thoughts. Number 2, who left the note on Jan's door? The top theory between my husband and I is that Lucy knew that she was dating Charles and she was suspicious of her because she'd been lurking around the building. Maybe she thought she was implicated in Tim Kono's murder. So she told Jan, hey, I'm watching you. Because I don't think Jan would have put that note on her own door, which would have been ridiculous. I had a couple of people comment on previous videos when this came up that the handwriting matched the note on Jan's door and a card that Lucy had given Charles previously. So we're thinking Lucy, but no one ever explained it. So we'll call that a loose end. Where's Mabel's aunt? This has been all over the internet, not necessarily on my videos or in the comments, but they really don't explain, like, did she have to, like, travel for work? Is there like a reason she's not at the apartment? All Mabel said, I think one line in season 1 was that she was redoing the apartment for her aunt. So where is her aunt been living? I don't know. Who is her aunt? Is it even like essential to the story? I don't know. But I just felt like they should kind of explain things a little more because that apartment building is extremely expensive to live in, and it would be good to like kind of have some context for me. Why was the tox report not sent in? So this has been a huge thing. Kind of the buzz on the internet is there's a crooked cop that is watching Detective Williams's cases and trying to mess up like her solving these crimes because they're just either jealous of her or they want the big cases or there's some reason. And I don't know why someone at the police department would tamper with evidence for Tim Kono as far as the poisoning. Why did they want it to look like a suicide? Because the poison proved it wasn't a suicide. That was the main key piece of evidence. So that was never explained. We just knew that for some reason the tox report was not finished. The sample was not done. We don't know why they left it right there. So season 1 kind of left that, and I'm not sure why. And then lastly, for season 1, how was Bunny never in trouble for stealing packages? So, okay, in my area, I live near Detroit, Michigan. I'm a Detroit native. When somebody steals your package, you prosecute that shit. Like, I'm just telling you, like, when you know who's stealing your packages, which has happened to friends and family, you report it, and a lot of times neighbors will know who's doing it, and that person is actually in huge trouble. And I'm wondering if Bunny like saw something or got something in a package for someone else that she shouldn't have seen, or got in somebody's business that they didn't want out there in the building. And I know she already had a lot of enemies, but they never really explained like why she was stealing the packages and why she was never in trouble. And I feel like this is huge, because to do this for so many years and never even get like arrested once or fined. I mean, tampering with US mail is a federal crime. Stealing packages is a crime. And it's just like not okay to, you know, be nosy in your neighbor's mail either way, like ethically. How has she never gotten in trouble for this? And why has this been able to go on for so many years? And did she see something she shouldn't have saw in these packages? I just think this is very strange. I think that if you just like accidentally get a package at your house and you open it thinking it's yours, not looking at the label, that's one thing. But she was like looking at all packages, and they made that very clear in season 1. Tell me what you think.